Hi, this is Jerry Mona with BoaterInput. In today's video, I'm going to give you an overview of the different types of oils and gear lubes to help you decide which is right for your Mercury Outboard or MerCruiser Sterndrive engine. Now, I'll preface by saying I'm only going to be focusing in on OEM oils and gear lubes for this video. What OEM stands for Original Equipment Manufacturer, and in this case, that means either Mercury or Quicksilver. Now, just to get this out of the way up front, Mercury and Quicksilver parts and accessories are one and the same. The only thing that differs is the packaging. It has everything to do with distribution, but I won't go into that in today's video. Okay, so let's start talking about engine oils for either a four-stroke outboard or a Sterndrive engine. You basically need to decide two key things: what type of oil you prefer and what viscosity. Okay, so let's talk about the type of oil. Mercury basically offers three different types of oil: mineral-based, a synthetic blend, and a full synthetic. Okay. Now, I'll just start by saying that all three are suitable for all outboards and Sterndrive applications, and it's largely a matter of preference. And we'll talk about some of the advantages and disadvantages here in just a moment. But all three are suitable. So, a mineral oil, representing the red label here, is the kind that's been around forever. We've used it in our cars and boats for decades, and it hasn't been a problem then. And it's not a problem today. It's still perfectly fine to use a straight mineral oil. A synthetic blend is a newer type of oil that is more refined and gives greater protection against engine wear and corrosion. And then a full synthetic, which I don't have a representation here, takes that to the next level. And it may be what you might want to use if, say, you're in a racing application or extreme performance situation, like maybe you're a tournament angler and you're running your engine at wide open throttle in very warm conditions for an extended period. You may want to go the full synthetic route. But the choice between those three types is up to you. It's largely a personal preference and budget consideration. Now, the second thing you need to consider is what viscosity to go with, okay? So viscosity is resistance to flow. And the way I think about it is, say, milk has a very low viscosity, very thin, very low resistance to flow, whereas something like honey has a very high viscosity, very thick. Okay, so Mercury offers their engine oils in two general types of viscosities, 10W30 and 25-40. Now, what does that mean? The fact that there's two numbers there means it's a multi-viscosity oil. The number before the W represents winter. The number before the W is the viscosity when the engine is cold, and the number after that is when it's hotter. Okay, so you can imagine that a 10W30 would be advantageous if you're boating in very cold conditions. Okay, so which one is suitable? A 10W30 weight viscosity oil is fine for all outboard applications, but not Sterndrive. For Sterndrive, the manufacturer recommends a 25-40 instead. But for outboards, 10W30 is fine for all outboards. A 25-40, on the other hand, is the recommended viscosity for Sterndrive engines and for outboard engines that are used in temperatures, say, 40 degrees and greater. Okay, I can tell you in my two boats, I currently have the 25-40 for my Sterndrive boat, which is what the manufacturer recommends. And I currently have the 10W30 in my fishing boat, which I use year-round. Now, having said that, I will probably increase the viscosity on my fishing boat from 10W30 to 25-40 because even though I fish year-round, I'm a bit of a baby these days. I don't like to go fishing if the temperature is below 40 degrees. So the 25-40 would give me greater protection in those really hot East Texas summer days. Okay, so now let's talk about oil for two-stroke outboards. Okay, this is to either mix in the gas tank or to put in your oil injection system. Now, I don't have any examples to show you because I no longer have a two-stroke outboard, but you basically have three choices. You have what they call the premium oil. It's either Mercury or Quicksilver Premium, Premium Plus, or Optimax oil. So let me talk about the differences between those three. The premium oil is a mineral-based oil. So that's their regular oil, and that's suitable for small outboard engines. Premium Plus is a synthetic blend, which is suitable for all two-stroke outboards, especially those that are mid-size and larger. It can be used in Optimax or DFI engines but it's not the ideal choice for that, but it can be used in that situation. And then the third oil is the Optimax oil, and as the name implies, that is specifically formulated for DFI or Optimax type of engines. And as I mentioned, you can use Premium Plus in a pinch, but the better choice, according to the manufacturer, is to go with the DFI oil. And finally, let's talk briefly about gear lubes. Now, again, here you have three choices, although I only have two of them here today. You have what they call premium, high performance, and then there's a third one called extreme performance. Let's talk about when you should use each one. The what they call premium gear lube is for outboard engines under 75 horsepower. The high performance is for outboard 75 horsepower and above, and all Sterndrive engines. And then the extreme performance is for racing and really high performance extreme duty situations. And so again, that kind of applies to a small percentage of boaters. To make things easier for you, I provided a summary chart for all the oils and gear lubes that I talked about today. I published that on my website, so I'll include a link to that in the video description. Well, I hope you found this information to be helpful. If you did, please do me a big favor and click on that like button down below. And be sure to subscribe to my channel to hear get my latest content to help you purchase, equip, and maintain your boat. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you out on the water.